HEYITSMENESSER.
And shit.
NHS that you guys are clapping for.
I didn't clap.
We're rolling.
you.
Lovely.
They were
Thank
changed.
You guys, as in like your country.
The hospitals weren't overwhelmed. The hell? Do you know how many?
Don't say that.
Do the maths.
Were you walking in there?
Do the maths.
Which maths?
The maths of how many people they were saying had it versus how many hospital beds there are up and down the country.
So are you trying to say that?
They weren't overwhelmed.
They were. They had to open new places for people
They're
to go.
chatting shit, bro.
Please.
No, they took over the
It's not on
Excel.
HEYITSMENESSER
They're chatting
that you're
shit.
gonna be
Did you go in the
very
Excel and see
Must
what was
have
going on in
Excel.
there?
I
Like,
didn't, but if
they don't,
they're doing
is
that,
this
there
part-
must be an
Do
issue.
you- let's do your interview.
Yeah, let's you guys can chat.
Let's do
later.
it interview.
Since we literally have
Let's
15
chat
minutes.
later.
But yeah, HEYITSMENESSER, welcome back to another episode. I'm here with 90s Baby Show.
Where you?
Peace.
Like Burley here with you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys want to do your intro and that? Just
Oh,
just to
we
gas
charge for
we
that.
charge for that.
it's okay.
That's
We charge for that.
So you know the late fee, yeah? That you have to do all of that. So
I tell you,
from that.
they'll get an intro when we come to Ireland.
You should. Okay, yeah. See you next week then.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Buying
Like
a
that.
ticket?
Yeah.
I'm not buying shit.
Oh,
But
wow.
the tickets
Damn.
ain't expensive, are they? This is international, intercompany travel. Or
Yeah.
something,
What's
you know?
intercompany?
Yeah.
You know,
That's
It's
mad.
a company
Where is
travel.
it?
Wow.
We're not in the same
Wow.
country,
Okay.
No, we're in the same Isles.
Intercompany.
Same what?
We're in the same
The
company.
British Isles.
first of all,
the United Kingdom, innit?
we're not in United Kingdom.
You lot are on that separate thing over there, innit?
Yeah, because it's not even your country.
Well,
you're
UK
black.
and Ireland.
But
No, but you lot are over, like, you know, you got the United Kingdom, that
Yeah.
main body.
And then there's
that
water.
then
And
there's
the
that's
little-
you lot,
yeah,
innit?
that's us.
you lot.
yeah.
Said that's you lot over there.
But like Northern Ireland is in the UK, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Northern
not. I'm not in the
You
UK.
see this map, bruv? What do you mean you're not in the
UK
UK?
and North.
Gotta go and blame
you
NASA.
mean
Yeah.
like that. Like you're
what?
part of us, but
No.
you're part
No,
of
no,
us.
No, I like
They're
literally.
their
I
own thing.
hear it. I know what you mean, but you're part of us.
No,
You
no.
know, like
They get
them
considered.
Instagram ads and it's UK, Ireland.
Yeah.
UK,
You're part of us.
Culturally,
I hear what you're
Irish-
saying.
Irish people hate England because they
hear
colonized
it.
in it,
I
and they
hear
won't
that.
give us
Oh,
their
damn.
whole. So Northern Ireland is essentially 6 counties that England refused to give back.
Mad.
Because-
You're not having it back.
Exactly.
So
Is that why?
Exactly.
So we
So
already
like,
tried.
there was even a
This
Nigel
thing.
Farage fucking interview that came out on TV, and he was like taking a piss. He was like up the ra, but like the
Up the
IRA,
ra?
like the
Oh,
IRA.
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh.
wait, so what? Where that red line is, that's
That's
Northern
Northern
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah, but that's all overseas, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, that's what I
over
mean.
there.
So like you lot are all overseas like that.
Yeah.
But Ireland is part of the UK, bruv.
They'll kill you, but anyway.
You lot are
Anyway, so
part of us, bruv.
you aren't gonna do your intro for me.
Nah.
That's not, we don't have time anyway.
But I'm Temi Alchemy.
I'm Fred Santana.
I'm VP in the cut.
And then shout out to Ness. A loyal fan.
Trust
He
me.
died.
This one.
He died.
Died?
Nah, you guys.
Yeah.
VP, free me.
I don't even know the story, but I remember
You don't
you.
know. Nah, let's blame B Money.
Live show.
Yeah, I remember
No, I
it.
remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember
It's
what.
just that part.
Oh
that-
yeah. What you said, yeah, I don't remember the rest of it.
Yeah, because this guy said, wait, where are you from?
Yeah.
Like, you used to stop me talking in my chat. And like, I just came back from America, so my accent was mad at the time as well. So it wasn't like fully Irish until I said he died, and then you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was like because we couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, yeah.
But yeah, obviously, thank you for
No,
coming on. You know what I
Appreciate
mean?
you.
It's nice, even though you're not here, but
Yeah.
you're here. But it's mad because you's actually one of the reasons why I started this, because
Oh, sick.
even when I came back from Ireland, I was listening to you, or from America, I was
Yeah.
listening to you,
Yeah.
and it was mainly just because of the way you like embodied Black and British. So it's like I was even telling you before, like I wasn't living in Dublin, so I grew up Irish. I didn't grow up Nigerian. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I started coming out, I started seeing people doing more stuff, and it's like even around the time when you were like I'm trying to figure out how you could live a week just Black. Remember you were like shopping, eating, you were trying to
Oh, yeah.
just Black, and it was like around Black History Month, and I was like, is there Black History Month in Ireland? And it's October as well. So then I was like, my friends are amazing. My friends do cool stuff, and they are part of Black Irish history, but no one sees it as that because no one checks for them. So I was like, I need a way to tell everybody's story. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of the reason why I started it. So I interview people in Ireland that I think, like musicians, athletes, like people in content creating, because it's like even our scene isn't even a scene yet. Do you know what I mean? So even in Ireland, people try copy things in the UK, but it's almost a thing where you guys are a generation or two ahead of us. So
It's still even developing ourselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of a way where we want to learn from you, but we don't want to make the same mistakes.
Of course,
it
yeah,
shouldn't take us the same length of time
To get
Do you know
to
what I
where
mean?
we're
So
at,
it was like just your love for Black British culture gave me a love for Black Irish culture, and just digging into it and seeing what people were doing and finding out what, because I'm a footballer, I'm not creative at all. So it's like for me to start this, it was so completely out of my depth, but it was really just because of your passion for Black people and Black British culture and just mixing where you're from with where you are. And that's just like, I personally want to say thank you, because you don't know I'm kicking king on the road. Wow,
I appreciate the
I actually
flowers.
got you something. Will you get me that bag?
What?
That
Yeah.
bag, please.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Literally.
Limbo under that, boy, because it's you that's editing it.
This is mad.
Yeah, just bring it out. So
shit.
I know you guys are alcoholics, okay,
Uh,
but
Part time.
I thought I actually had flowers.
Part-time.
I couldn't choose between gin, but I got you some like
I've never seen.
Irish cream.
I was about to.
liquor.
Oh,
I know you like. I know you
gonna
like
love
baby.
it.
I love the look of
Like,
baby.
I know you like
I'm
gin
looking
and
at that. I'm
tonic,
looking
but
milky.
I
That's
was
looking
just
good.
like, I feel like, let me leave it here because they have not sponsored me yet.
Yeah.
I give it to you, innit?
Thank
But I just knew you won't get that anywhere,
Irish
and you
cream.
can sip on it.
Yeah.
whatever.
Lovely.
Since you're all grown now, you're married, you're
Yeah.
about to get married, you've a house. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
A dog.
I'm on the way.
Exactly. So I was like, I can't be giving you gin and tonic and liquor. You know what I mean? You have
Yeah,
families to go
Listen,
back
Do you
to.
drink gin and tonic?
Good.
I have once or twice. It's nice.
Nah.
You don't like
don't
it?
like
I'm
it.
glad I didn't.
Which the tonic for some juice.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
apple
yeah,
juice, is
yeah.
it?
Apple juice.
Alright,
Gin
fam.
and juice.
Gin and
Good
juice
one.
is
Oh, okay,
Apple
Snoop
juice.
Dogg.
Yes.
Okay, so you're happy with that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, of
wonderful,
course,
wonderful,
of course, of
wonderful,
course.
wonderful.
A present. I'm
I'm
always
glad.
happy.
I'm
Put
glad
it in
that
the
you have
bin when
it.
we walk out.
Now, do you know how many people pull up without a gift?
It's true.
Bola Souls pulled up with gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else
Henji
pulled-
pulled up with a gift when
He's
he was
pulled up
late.
with gift.
Marv
Yeah, he
pulled up with the
food.
ooze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We can count on one hand.
Even for Charlie Potion, they were like your sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
all the
yeah.
homies.
yeah.
Even that hamper I bought, I couldn't bring it back to Ireland with me. I won at your show.
Really?
Oh, you
I didn't have check-in. I was not paying.
Oh,
fair
I
enough.
gave it to Chioma or
Neck it
Henna.
at the that
Innit?
just before
This
you
one
go
didn't
through.
want to. She didn't want to drink.
should have been at
She said she's going home.
What?
She said she's going home.
I would have necked it. Did you at least taste it?
Yes.
Okay.
For Charlie
What was
Potion,
that
we
hamper?
love you.
Petrelli?
Yeah,
Charlie.
Petrelli.
Oh, man.
But them
Oh,
hammers
you
were
missed that.
serious.
But yeah, so obviously there's been a lot of growth for 90s Babies the last couple of months. It's kind of annoying for me
Yeah.
as
Why?
a fan, because you know when you follow someone underground and then they blow.
We're coming like that.
That's what happened to Drake for me. Like, so I was chatting, people are saying rubbish. Someone wanted me to ask, why does Fred lie? But he's honest. I was like, Fred literally has said this 1,700 times.
Come on, like,
Every
You know what I
episode.
mean? Like, this guy-
The newcomers, you know.
So it's like they're asking questions, and so I was like, "You guys have manners, man." But like,
But even they asked for like compilations of like helmet or just best bits, and that's already there.
it's there.
Yeah,
I think I've watched like what? There's like 3 of them.
There's 4.
Like, and I've watched
4 and a
all of
helmet
them
compilation.
over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But like, how has that journey been for you? Like for the people who are newcomers, how did Pints of Malt? How did 90s Babies?
Pints of Malt?
They're a podcast now.
Okay, I know.
Sorry. How did 90s
Point them out. Point them out. I love it.
I'm
Shout
screaming.
them out.
Like, how did the journey begin for you, man? For the people that don't know, because a lot of listeners in Ireland
Yeah.
may be new.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
how did it start for all of you?
So me and Fred went to, Fred actually referred me to his workplace. And we would just talk stuff at lunch and all that kind of stuff. And Fred was like, nah, man, we need some way to express ourselves. And I was just like, I don't know, man. I've heard this thing called podcast. And then we was like coming up with the name. He came up with speaking from experience.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, that's
I
not.
don't think it's a bad
It's
name.
not a bad name.
It's a tongue twister.
But I always say you can't say, those of them speaking from existence. I mean, speaking from
From
experience,
experience,
guys.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
sign that we're always going to be 90s Baby.
Yeah.
So 90s Baby Show, that's how the name came about. And then we started on the phones because we started on Skype. Phones first. And then we were just recording it. And then we was like, cool, we can have more of a clear way of doing it through Skype. And I had this downloaded recorder thing that we didn't pay for the full the full version.
Yeah.
So it
Just
recorded
stop
Early
Like
days,
5
you know, like
minutes.
the money was coming out our own
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah,
at that point.
Don't worry, I'm not that right now.
You don't really believe in yourself like to be
Trust
like,
me.
oh, let me buy the full version. So then that recorded 5 minutes and
4 times.
4 times. Yeah. There was a couple other sessions that we forgot to I said we. But
It's
I
one
forgot to press
person.
record.
That's funny.
But yeah, then we had our teasers from there, and then we just kept going on for there. And then I'm trying to think when exactly when we started to say we need visuals. That's
Visuals
That
we
was
got like
that was long though. That was like 4 years.
yeah, we've probably been going like 6-7 years
Yeah,
now.
up to
We got
7 years,
visuals maybe 3-4 years.
4
ago.
years,
17,
yeah.
18.
Yeah. So at first we was doing the visuals ourselves, and then
I
we
think
was like,
even the first couple visuals were filmed.
it was on the
iPhone.
phone.
Where
On
did
the
you
phone.
where did you get that idea from? Because
Visuals.
like the backdrop, the green screen.
Basically, the whole reason I wanted visuals is because I remember just French. It's just French Montana's come up. He started with like the DVDs,
That's
film,
smack.
going to different places and filming stuff, and it's just documentation that lives forever, and the discoverability is just better on Instagram in
Yeah.
comparison to the audio podcast platforms. Like discoverability is trash. Like it doesn't. Maybe they're working.
spread
Yeah,
like
they're
that,
working
yeah.
on their algorithm now, but YouTube algorithm's so much better. So it was a case of 100% getting on there, and just the space we had wasn't aesthetically pleasing. So I was walking one day and I said, "Green screen.
Yeah,
How much is that?"
Yeah,
It's like £7.
Yeah,
I said, "Whoa,
mad.
buy that now."
Invest in
Came.
ourselves.
Literally.
yeah.
Came, bought, had our own mics already. Cause we've been from the phones to an adventure playground studio where you could hear the kids in the background playing. People playing pool, table tennis, one microphone in there. We used to dangle it
Hang
from
it
the
off
sieve
the
it.
ceiling.
Both talking to the same microphone.
And then you were in a radio
was
place.
like-
Was it-
We went to another studio just before radio. Then we went to radio, tried to get the radio job. We was Tem was I wasn't terrible. Tem was terrible. Tem, I'm talking to Tem. He's looking at his notes.
Yeah.
I'm like, your response isn't in the notes, bruv. I'm talking to you, bruv.
Basically, that.
He was,
basically,
like,
that
he
kid
was
was trying
actually
to speak.
smashing it. He was actually smashing it. And I was
Oh,
like,
what, the
what's
first
notes?
one?
This is
Well,
when we
yeah.
went to go speak to Gavin the first time.
I never knew it was you.
Yeah,
All this
yeah.
time,
Wow.
you've told me we choked.
We're together now.
I'm screaming.
We choked.
Like I was talking to him, his head was
Yeah.
I was like, but you know what? I forgot to put it on on
don't lock. Like, it
don't
kept
lock.
locking all the
So I
time.
was like,
Kept
oh
locking.
shit. So if Fred's talking to me, I'm typing in
like, wait, hold on, hold on.
4. Oh god,
Is that your,
crazy.
If we could get the demo tape, yeah.
No,
5, 2, 4, what?
I'll never. I've done it before as well. I'm
What,
like,
you
I've
just gave
never-
your pin out.
by accident. Yeah. So there's-
Changed his
so-
bank card.
yeah.
They're not meant to be the same. You know that. They tell
Yeah,
you that.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine ain't the same. Mine.
Do you think that
Mine are
like
definitely
you chose the green screen out of necessity, but
Yeah.
do you know or do you believe that you actually set a precedent for podcasting and visuals? Do you believe that? Because I've seen a lot of people do the green screen backdrop thing now.
Yeah.
After seeing you do it.
Oh,
I think there was a few do it. I think Chucky was definitely doing
Not
visual.
Chucky. Oh, you're talking about visuals.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I thought you were talking about green screen.
No, the green screen
Yeah,
backdrop.
yeah, but Chucky was
screen
definitely doing
background,
visuals first.
Yeah.
There was probably ESN podcast doing like because they've even been going like 10,
No,
15
but the question
years. But
is
like
the
green screen
Green screen. It was probably
Yeah, yeah, it
Alan
was-
and Poet were doing green screen.
on Gasworks, but we
Gasworks.
started
Yeah.
podcast. I don't know who
Podcast.
came first.
Yeah,
know who-
but
In terms
podcast-
of-
But like
I
I've seen
reckon there
people
was-
like for me, I've
yeah.
seen your template exactly your
Yeah,
template.
yeah.
yeah.
I even used
I've
it,
had
do you know
people
what I mean?
send me like their show.
And it's your show.
And
That
it's
I'm
my
like-
show.
Seen that something.
was
I
basically
did it on
Men's
Friday,
Babies
you know.
Network.
But it was like, can you
Yeah.
give me like your advice on this? I'm like,
First
bro,
you
that's
change
my
it.
show. Like,
yeah,
what do you
that's
mean?
ours.
Like, but I was like,
own show,
go
that's
ahead,
my
do what you're
advice.
doing, man. Just
Yeah.
just don't stop in it. Like,
That's like-
you know,
Yeah.
anyone that asks advice is be consistent. Don't stop. If
Yeah.
you stop,
Yeah.
it stops.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's even like just moving from radio to our own setup.
Yeah.
Like, if we let the radio station shutting down stop us, then that's the end of us,
Be
isn't it?
done
But
with
we was like, all right, we'll buy our own equipment, buy a green screen,
Collapsed.
and we're off from there.
And even in the last probably 6 to 9 months, there's been like obviously what you've talked about is kind of humble beginnings, but like yous have kind of to the moon the last couple of months. With like are reaching milestones every couple of weeks. Like people are following you, which is great. That Fred is not shouting in my ear to follow him anymore. Even on YouTube, you guys getting followed. Link Up TV is giving you guys love. Or have you done it the last couple of weeks or something?
No.
Yeah, so
well,
you
no,
had that
yeah.
for a bit. Like you
Yeah.
have been on like every day you guys are going to events here and there. The cinema thing, all the people trying to use you guys for ads. Like how has that been from where it was you guys just pushing yourself to now people have seen your success and now trying to obviously bounce off that with you?
It's a breakthrough. It's a break. I feel like next year could like. It's just gonna be even bigger, isn't it?
It has to be.
Yeah, car.
More.
We only, more. We only did one. This is our first live show this year. Like,
Yeah.
we that like last year was a setback, and it was also an opportunity as well. Like,
True. We
it was
actually built a
both.
lot of our
But
network.
we had different goals last year. We wanted 4 live shows last year.
Yeah.
That got shut down. But this year, we got 1 live show, but a whole bunch of sponsorship opportunities, and like the event.
Oh yeah, somebody from Nike told me that you messaged them, so I'll chat to you later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right then. But
Like that.
You know what you're talking about?
They're just like, use message a minute. Like, I was like, can you give them discounts? They're like, maybe, but yeah.
it's it's God's timing. Like I don't feel this is like I feel like we probably had a bigger year.
2020.
It's tough because you see, like even the videos that take off, and when they do, it's like that even came out 2 years ago, but it just took off now, and it's just like
that Afro Nation is gonna keep coming back.
you know. So it's like
this video just went on.
Wind Turbine video went viral one point,
Yeah.
stopped, and then someone put it on Reddit, went viral again.
So-
How are you dealing with that success and that attention?
For me personally, it doesn't feel like things are changing. Do you
So
know
you
what I mean?
can
Like
still go to
I
your
can
Tesco's.
see what the I can
Yeah.
still go.
no
to
low
Tesco's.
skin,
Nah.
you know.
It's calm for me now. Like
Kenny told me that you can't go to the where you eat downstairs at work. He said that you have to go lunch.
is that what he told you?
Said you have to go lunch quick. They won't let you rest.
Nah. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah, now I can still move around. So right now it just feels like, we're doing stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer it this way. I don't know how it's going to feel when it actually switches where it's
Yeah.
like you actually can't go Tesco's.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm ready for that right now. But, if it's God's timing, it's God's timing.
Fred loves that. You want to stay in your house anyway.
Yeah, I'm in my house,
stay
innit?
indoors,
So
Still need Tesco, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Send your daughter. She can show them. So as someone who's watched like pre-VP, how have you dealt with being incorporated? Like, did you ever feel like it was their show and you, or have you always felt like you've been part of 90s Babies, or was it 90s Babies and VP?
No, definitely I felt like it was their show and me for a while, for a long while. And it kind of was, but like on paper.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then even when it wasn't, and it was actually, I'm part of this, I still felt like that imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for so long. If I come and I fuck it up, it's all on me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So for a long while, I felt like that. Only maybe recently that I've started to think, because this is actually like maybe coming to the first live show where I'd say I'm going to be more involved, like way more involved. Before I was just doing nah, you two do that. But this time I'm like, do you know what? Give me the mic.
Yeah, man's there. Yeah.
It's cool.
You're not
So,
shooting
like,
shit.
Before that, I was just kind of like, let me let them two rock.
Was
I'm
that a
here.
personal thing, or did you feel that from the fans as well?
No,
Or, like, from
that was a
people?
personal thing. Because from the fans, I felt like that's the only reason I was invited in, so to speak. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because if it wasn't for the fans, these two would have been like, nah, let's
don't
not
want
give him
you,
the
yeah.
mic, bro. Like, every time he jumps on the mic, they hate this episode.
We wanted to see the face behind the laugh,
Yeah,
you know?
everything.
And like for me, I loved it because at Camden, everybody was gassed.
you know how mad it would be if no one saw his face to this day, though.
Yeah.
That-
Like-
It would have a bit of mystery as well, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there's a way you
yeah.
couldn't have, the way you were out, we knew it was you. Like there's nobody else.
Yeah.
Like, I-
Only if you come to the live show, though.
Exactly.
Like, that's
True,
the,
it's
that's
true.
the only time. But
Afro
Afro
Nation.
Nation as
Afro
well.
Nation,
I
yeah.
laughed. And somebody was like,
that's him.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You were VP version 3 or something?
I've been out with friends and they were like, I'm VP.
Yeah.
There was actually a period.
People
I'm
using
VP.
my-
Let me be
Yeah.
I was
VP.
with
Like,
people who knew who VP was, and he tried to say, "Yeah, I'm VP," and it was like,
clout to get gal.
"The hell is this guy talking about?" Yeah, they was doing shit like that. So
So the tester is like, okay, laugh then.
Yeah, word.
But that's good. Like, I mean, it's weird because we didn't see that as a fan. Like as a fan, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nice to know. Not that it's nice to know that you were struggling, but sometimes
she wants me wounded because I came late. I understand.
Like, do you know what I mean? But like, it's nice to know that there's a process to things because obviously
100%.
everybody is starting this, myself included. You almost feel like when you change for everybody else, it looks perfect. It looks like something that was a strategy that you did and you knew it was gonna build. And
I mean, for these two, probably because they've never made me feel like how I felt. You know what I mean? It hasn't been from them. It's all been me. Sort of like, I don't want to overstep the boundary. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes overstep and be told, do you know what? Relax.
You've changed though. Your mindset has changed. You're seeming man's
of
trying to be
course.
a bad bee now.
Nah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just changing. I'm grown up.
For my birthday, nobody can tell me shit. I'm cutting my hair. I'm
Obviously, when I
want.
cut my hair and that, obviously I ain't got a trim now. I've got my hat as well, so it's looking a bit wild. But
you should have even come late and had a trim. At least some people had a
I know.
But yeah, that's good. Fred, question for you. Congrats on the engagement.
Thank you.
It's nice to see you off the street.
Big congrats.
I'm off them.
Man was doing Tatiana for a bit. You know what I mean? But you've spoken and you've expressed a lot of like traumas and things that you've gone through when you're a child. And personally, thank you for that, because as someone who comes out, and I think, I'm not gonna lie, I gravitated to you first because I like dickheads. So like, it was nice.
Like, they're doing the disrespect again. They're doing the disrespect again.
But no.
I'm here.
But you know, you're a long-term fan.
No.
So
You're alright.
you've been a listener for a long
You
time.
guys know that he went through a phase of just wanting everything to burn. Come on.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah, to this day.
It was nice to listen
To this
to
day.
entertain. Exactly.
Yeah.
Please, not to this day. We have a
this
family.
day.
But I think that vulnerability and you being able to show that, it was kind of showing like dickheads have this side too. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody has things about them that you may not know about. So it was almost like when you start listening, you have this perception of someone, but as you listen to a podcast, as you listen to a show, you grow as the character grows. So it's almost like, I know everything that's gone on in your life. It's kind of creepy. You told me, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you have any fears going into marriage, into family life, with things that are in your past like creeping up, or is there anything that?
I got commitment issues.
Yeah, but you committed.
Yeah, I know, but it's tough. Like, I'm supposed to.
I will lick that for you.
This guy's on Central C.
Like, I got to dive. Like, it's scary, you
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't know what it's like in comparison to Tem. I don't think we'll ever be able to both put it into words that anyone could understand. Like, it's different. Even just to get in a house, there's a fear in that. Just to. It's fair in both house and marriage. It's just fair, like, and it's not like, I know I can do it, but it's that next step is
Official.
Because I've listened to you
It's
on
official, but it's
yeah.
You're accountable.
You're proper accountable because you're already there.
Signed in.
Yeah.
You're already there, but mentally,
I think I got more fear of the house thing than the marriage.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I got more fear of owning a house.
Because I even listened to you on, I forget the guy's name. He had like a podcast about sharing black stories and whatever.
Yeah, Black Tequila.
You kind of went really deep about the eviction stuff and obviously the reason why you like being in your house, and almost like I said, you come off as being a dickhead, but you have reasons for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to go through that. I've never gone through that.
Dickhead with an
Do you know
excuse.
I'll take that whole
like,
pass.
how are you dealing with those traumas, or is it something that you just have to deal with on a daily basis?
Nah, daily basis, and it's just I don't even want to do each day as it comes anymore. I need to, because not planning gets me in a lot of trouble with my babes. She hates unplanned.
She's a good
but
girl,
before I liked not planning, because then if the plan doesn't go to plan,
There was no
plan.
you know, like, so well, I'm fine. I didn't plan for this, so it didn't happen, no problem. But now that if you plan and it messes up, the it feels like failure. You know, but I feel I could always bounce back, because you know, there's been a lot of things I've failed in, and I bounce back. Like,
But even sometimes you don't fail until you die, right? Like,
So it stops, innit?
you can't fail.
yeah, but there's, you know, like there's some people that don't bounce back.
Yeah.
I know I'll bounce back. I'll bounce back from anything. So that's the good thing. There's a good unit behind me, which
That's
is
great.
key.
And like, to be where you are with a story like that, that's success in itself. Because a lot of people don't end up coming out of that system, but like, it's nice to see you actively trying to do things differently. And it's obviously nice to see you engage, like I said, as somebody who listened from, what did you say, was it January 2019, you were like, I don't want love and stuff like that. Because I was listening.
She gave you dates.
I was listening.
I'm gonna go in the archive.
I was
gave you dates.
I tagged
You
you
watch
in it.
Sunday. What?
I was listening to your episode with Mitch, I think, like ages. Like I was listening to the
Wow.
episodes that I started listening to, and
Damn.
or was it? No, it was the one with Harry Pinero, the Tatiana one, and like.
Oh yeah,
just
that's
like,
the title as
yeah,
well, isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like to see you then. Now it's nice to see that
So
growth. Do
different,
you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's nice to see that, and obviously, well done, congrats on
Well,
that.
yeah, before everyone wanted to mash up the streets, innit? But then sometimes the streets mash you up.
They get you out of there.
Word.
Hey,
Streets get you out of there.
streets will rush you.
You don't want to be on the streets right now. I'm telling you.
No,
From
I
some
know
people-
it.
out there.
I'm not on the streets, but like I'm on the sidewalk, innit? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not out there, but I'm not inside. You get me?
Okay.
They haven't called me home yet. So it's not a nice place to be. So get out as long as you can. You too, soon, please.
I'm basically out.
Basically, man. But yeah, our uncle,
Oh.
Temi.
Big
How are
uncle.
you?
What- I'm off this,
Don't
I'm off this mic, you know? You obviously know the questions coming for you as a
Yeah.
married man, yeah?
Yeah.
First of all, from my side of things, yeah, you're that person who didn't get to be bad.
Why's your pockets like this, bro?
What do you mean?
Just open
What?
your
Is our
pants.
pocket open?
Just looking heavy, like.
You need a bag.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't
I
mind.
forgot my clutch.
It's
I don't have my
okay,
clutch.
it's okay. But like for me, you're that person who didn't get to be bad when you were younger. So you want
Yeah.
to sue everybody, you want to call everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
yeah,
now that you're married,
yeah.
like I've seen or you've expressed sometimes regretting not doing some stuff when you were young.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Not calling the guards more, not moving mad more, stuff like that. Is there anything I don't want to say regret now that you're
Yeah.
married, or is there anything you wish you would have done before you were married?
You think I'm gonna say I wouldn't?
You know how peak that question is. You.
That's why I said. That's why I said I'm not gonna ask.
Okay.
Do you regret being married? Because I know you don't.
I'm not gonna
regret-
ask if
You know
I hate
what's
the
so
question
mad, yeah?
anyway.
Because
Not
obviously-
even like a live show, so you want to record this. You want to
On
record
wax.
this answer.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Evidence. Wow.
Is there anything?
I'll block Mandy. She won't see it.
Block her IP address.
Anything that I would say I regret?
Not regret, but is there?
But,
anything you
but
wish
like
you
I
did
wish I
before
could have
marriage?
done, and it's probably not even to do with like partners wise.
Oh, no, not at all. It doesn't
I'm fine with that, and I wouldn't dare say that anyway.
That's the love of your life.
You know what
You know
I
what I
mean?
mean? I didn't expect that.
I
from
would
anyone.
say something like living abroad, like actually working abroad or just having a different experience outside of England, because now I've got a family here, and it's not to say I can't move, but it takes way more to
Yeah.
move, and I have to think, okay, she's gonna have to move school or move nursery, or all right, Mandy's gonna have to work somewhere else or find a job, or I'm gonna have to make sure I'm bringing this in so that if this isn't set up, so it's very different. Whereas if I had just been like, oh, let me take a gap year. Them time there when you're young,
Yeah.
they talk about gap year. Your family would be like, what, are you crazy?
Rushing to grow older.
Go and do your
do your
uni. Like, what do you
uni.
mean
Yeah.
gap year or sandwich? What do you mean? You know what I mean? So if I kind of wish that maybe I did some sort of more like traveling extended, like 6 months or a year somewhere, because I was just thinking, I don't want to run away from my
Yeah.
friends. These times your friends are here,
Yeah. Yeah.
regardless.
Do you
So-
feel like that's a London attitude though? I feel like London.
100%.
You
Black
man
London.
think that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with
The
you on that
whites are
though.
out of
Definitely
it.
black people.
Sorry?
The whites
Definitely
are out
black
of it. They're New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah, they go traveling. They'll say, "Oh, I went even your manager will say, "Oh yeah, I went traveling for 2 years." And you're
Yeah,
like, "How
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
hell are you ahead of me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you traveled for 2 years.
Because
You know what I mean?
your people were.
How does that even happen? So yeah, I wish that I had done that maybe and just
And then
experienced.
they'll even be 26 years old, bruv.
Yeah,
Guys,
bro,
head of the
traveling.
department. Bruv,
Yeah.
how did you become
And
head
you
of
traveled
the
for
department?
2
bruv?
years. How?
just
how?
applied and got it.
Not
Like,
knowing his last name is the same last name as the CEO.
you know?
But so yeah, obviously that was a peak question, kind of.
No.
But on a positive note, people want to know like what's one advice you want to give to people early in their marriage or just getting into marriage.
Getting into
Learned.
marriage.
managing
I would
dinosaur.
I would say, well, something that I've learned is just that like you're both trying to get to the same place, like together. But sometimes that idea is very different in your head in terms of how you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
So you'll tend to clash, and you'll be thinking, "Oh, yeah, why don't you do it this way?" And
Yeah.
but we're both trying to walk to the same place. But I'm just saying, "No, go left." You're saying, "Go right." But sometimes you just need to realize, actually, we're both trying to get there. Let's just work a way out in the middle. But when you actually appreciate that you're not trying to kill each other, you just want to be successful.
Yeah.
You're more calm when someone's telling you, no, let's try it this way.
Yeah.
But when you think that you know all the answers and you think, no, do it my way because I'm the man, or do it my way because I'm the woman, you don't tend to communicate in the right way. Do you know what I'm saying? So communicating without pride, listening, and just knowing that you're on the journey together. Don't worry if it's left or right. Sometimes just kind of go with it and listen to each other. Yeah. And I'd say that'll get you through a lot of stuff. Not everything, but that would at least allow you to calm down and listen to each other a bit more and be patient.
I said somebody asked it. Fred actually told me that.
He needed advice.
He didn't want to ask you. Yeah. So boy to boy.
How did you do this? This sounds long.
I had to let him know.
I took notes.
But yeah, last question. It was actually from your story today. So obviously you guys are going on a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are going to all these different places, going to the moon in Jesus' name. You know what I mean? And I've never thought about it this way because like I said at the start, your podcast and everything you taught made me proud to be black because I had a lot of identity issues growing up. Like I grew up Irish, do you know what I mean? Like I would say. So everything has been pro-black. Everything has been for the betterment of black people that it's been so blinded that everything we should be and around is black, right? And I only thought about that once you said about you get invited to the black events, but why aren't the white events calling? But my first question when I saw that, I was like, do you care about that?
A lot of people would ask that or think that, like, why do you want to go there? It's because there's Black History Month. There's a whole bunch of black events, but it's just 1 October.
Yeah.
So what about the other months of the year when we're not invited to the same events hosted by the same companies?
Same
with the like, this is 1 month of budget.
Yeah.
What about the other 11 months?
Okay, so you're saying everything we've been seeing the last hour has been driven by Black History Month.
What's the murder last year? George Floyd, look at all the murders all the murders.
All fam.
All the police brutality, all of that kind of stuff has driven the rise of black events. Cool, it's nice. We're all in a room together, but we could have done this ourselves.
Yeah.
But we couldn't because they get shut down. When it's hosted by a black person, you got to fill in that 6Y6 form. Tell them who. It's like the police want to know who's the DJ, who's the performer, how many people, how many this, what they want to know all these things. When it's whatever white-owned company that's putting on the event, it's fine. The bouncers don't even search you like they search you at the back event. What's your name? Yeah, and you go no.
So it's not a case that you want
go.
them to create more black events. You want the events that are currently there.
Black
people to be invited.
Yes.
Someone did a influencer pay gap yesterday based on what did the white influencers get paid compared to the black ones. The gap is mad.
I only learned that from Annie Drea and
I understand. They're doing very well, but even they're saying our counterparts get paid.
I understand that this is England. Black people make up 3 to 5%. But there are white people that watch and listen to us too. 100%. So why can't we access that budget? Why do we only get,
D&I budget?
Diversity and inclusion budget. It's like, even I heard, a couple budgets flying around. Some events are like, only 2K get put into it. Like, so if you want to book this person and that person, everyone's got to lower their rates. So he can collect his £300 and so can she, so can that person, and someone scrapes a little bit off the top. Oh, what, there's £50? Yeah, we'll take that back. It's mad. We're fighting, there's so many of us fighting for these small budgets. The whites, they get bigger. I see the places, I see some of them in, I'm like, why didn't not even us? Why didn't some of our higher up blacks? Why aren't they in there? Like, it's not even just about the 3 of us. It's about the other blacks. Like, it's mad. Like some of the things that they got going on is like, why can't we have that too? Like, because they could come to our event, no problem.
100%.
But
it's night, lads.
Yeah, like,
do you know what's
mad? Like, they get the same companies all year round. We only get it in October.
Yeah.
You're right too. Do you know, even just hearing you speak, man, we actually are suffering everywhere because everything you've said, everybody in Ireland and Dublin feels the exact same way. But we look at ye like you've made it, and like we know you've struggled. What?
you didn't want to say it, but you said ye.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I
Man's
know. I
acting that, I get
you
me
didn't
that.
want to say it, but you said it.
It's
That's
your own,
fine.
bro. It's your own,
Sorry,
it's your own
sorry.
show.
Anyway,
you
you
wanna
can't look. You were late. Don't chat to me, man.
You go and clap back.
But like Yee, anyway,
Yeah.
people look at like Yee and people look at people in England and we're just like, I want to be like them. Like they look like they have respect and whatever. But maybe it's because we have our tunnel vision in our black space and we see you because we are so far behind. Like Ireland doesn't even have a scene right now. Like when it comes to music, entertainment, for urban. I hate the word urban. For black things. Do you know what I mean? And it's like people my age and younger that are trying to build the scene, and it's hard because you're doing it with your own money and we're all trying to do it at the same time. But it's interesting to see that you're having the same problem, even though we feel like you guys are so far ahead. Do you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, even sometimes I feel like we're being chaperoned at these events. Like it will be all the black people and all the white VPs and execs. They just making sure you ain't causing no trouble. And then about 8 o'clock they go home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We don't even have like, even you heard us joking with Jasmine, like you can't just come to Dublin and think you're gonna have an event. Like you must come when
there
there's
has to be
a black
something
event.
going on.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Which is crazy.
And a few people message me like, why do you even want to go there? I'm like, the money's more.
Yeah.
Like like it's the same company putting on an event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Different
opportunities that come out of like, what was I watching the other day? I was watching something and they were talking about, okay, so there's this woman, a Muslim woman, who doesn't drink, same position as a white man who does drink. Their boss wants to go to the pub. She's not going. He's going. 2 weeks later, he's got a promotion. How'd that happen? But they're in the right, they're in the right spaces.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be in the place where they're giving out promotions.
Come to the mosque.
I'm trying to be in the right place, but in our place, we all fighting for one position. In their place, they're all getting it over there. All of them, everything is going on over there.
Around apparently, but
you know,
not
but
enough when it comes to
ours is DNI budget.
Well, it's nice to hear you answer that because, like I said, I think sometimes I think these guys have already said your delivery. Sometimes, I think people expect you to be controversial. That we almost don't hear what you say. We just kind of. We see what you say and be like, oh, Fred's on shit. But I think sometimes when you, when you break it down and when you say it, then we're like, okay, I understand. Because I was just like, okay, are you not fighting for black people? Like, what? Why do we care about that?
I'm fighting for more money and it's over there.
I feel that. But it's nice,
in that room.
to have you answer that. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a great conversation. Do you guys know any Irish artists?
Artists.
You barely listen to music.
what this this cloud over there. No,
I've heard Irish
you,
drill, but I wouldn't know their name.
No,
What's his
I've heard it. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Affiliate, the one with Russ.
that's it.
Man, back your
what's
mash
his name?
J.B2.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
I've heard it, but I wouldn't.
But have you heard of Officer?
Nah.
Yeah, you probably have Fuse the Engineer. A92, there's one that like blew. That's like been going. So the man and people want me to plug it. I think I plugged it for you before.
Okay.
And it's actually a year since the 90s Babies featuring the People. Remember the Zoom thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god,
That's crazy.
It's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna plug some Irish people out.
Yeah.
You lot all know each other over there as well.
First of
innit?
all, that's
Like 10 of them.
That's very look.
it doesn't help. It doesn't help that he's in the room as well, innit?
Look, the first Irish person I met was Kenneth. I said, "Oh, do you know Nessa? Like, I know, like, she's a fan of the show." He's like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "So you lot actually all know each other, bro?"
There's only 7 of them here. The 3 are here.
Did you know? I was talking to Fred about coming to Ireland. He was just like, I was like, "Oh, we'll have to like suss out numbers if there's." He was like, "Just put it in the group chat." I was like,
message everybody, man. You know what to turn up. Yeah, they're coming that day.
But yeah, hopefully this gets traction and hopefully we can get Yeez over to Ireland at some stage.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We realize that's basically the same as but big up Ireland anyway. And that's pretty much it for me. I would say plug something, but the live show is in 2 days.
But
yeah, thank you for continuing to be yourselves and pray for the best to the moon and wherever else is.
Amen.
Beyond.
Amen.
Pluto and that.
Yup.
Yeah, it's been HEYITSMENESSER 90s Baby Show. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna put all their details in the description. If you don't know who these are, you're kind of lacking basically. But yeah, bye.